what do I predict? Well, I was wrong about the weather. I said it wouldn't cool off till at least halfway through the month. Good on you, Andy. And I thought the rain would back off. Well, so far it really hasn't. Although I think from next week, so early May, we should be back in sunny world. G'day folks, Andy here from McDowell Manor. You know, I've realised the building site, the front garden, probably doesn't look so great from the street. And people probably think, what's this mad bugger doing? Why has he got such a mess in his front yard? I suppose it's a bit better from this side. And then, of course, I've got the roses along the front there that are often in bloom. So, but I thought, yeah, the average probably player would think, God, what a mess. But let me show you the other side to realise I really do have like a food forest here. So if we come down the path in the back, you can see the banana trees are there. There's passion fruit vine growing all over the place. There's a ton of pigeon pea in the back. There's passion fruit and grape on that front hedge. There's gooseberries beyond that. There's a macadamia nut tree right there. Gee, it's getting tall. And lots of different sorts of bananas. So what I guess looks a bit scruffy from the front is really actually starting to produce a hell of a lot of food for us. Isn't that wonderful? Wish the bananas. I've really started feeding up. You can probably see all the horse poo. Bananas are big feeders, notoriously greedy. So I'm really building up food. I'm throwing horse poo on here as often as I can now. Girls are out having a bit of a free range. Look at the size of Buffy, that big gold one, compared to the others. Isn't she a beaut? Now poor little Lily here, she's molting, and you can probably see all the new feathers sort of up just behind her neck there. That's those little ones. They're new feathers coming. Oh God, she's a wreck. Look at her. She's going to be pretty. I keep consoling myself. That's Lily, is the molting. Then we got Cottontail. Then we got Becky. Then we got Florence and Big Buffy. That's my girls. I was just about giving up hope. But I came out and had a little bit of a sniff, and look what I found. So I'd say our elephant garlic is not far off actually coming up with a bit of luck. We'll wait and see. I was getting worried about my mandarin too. I thought I'd lost it, but as you can see, he's coming back pretty well. So that's good. That's a peanut butter bush. Oh, I know what I originally came out for. I was looking for a pumpkin. There's one. There's the other one. I've got to harvest one of these, and I'm just trying to work out which one to harvest. You wouldn't think it'd be hard to spot a full-size bloody pumpkin, would you? Oh, there it is, there. Oh, God. Okay, so I've got 3, not 2. I think probably that bottom one might be the closest. Oh, geez. Well, that was an unexpected bonus. Oh, great. For those who don't know, oh, there's Rossie's beans. This is me working real hard. That pineapple's doing it right. But what do I mean by that? You look like you're walking around bludgeoning, you fool. It's exactly what I'm doing. Well, I'm actually looking to see what's going on. So I try to spend about 5 or 10 minutes a day doing this. And as you can see, I've just found a third pumpkin I didn't know was there. The other day, Rosie spotted this bloody huge big, well, it's not really compared to some of the ones I've had, but this quite large tromboncino that we use as a zucchini. Her shallots are doing well. Her passion fruit's doing well everywhere. You can see there's passion fruit on the vine. That's a little midgeonberry. It doesn't ever do much. The lemongrass has come back really well. Alright, so that's what I do. I just walk around 5-10 minutes a day, check it all out, see what's going on. Quite a few, holy bloody hell, chocos or chayotes, depending on where you live. I use them in a hell of a lot of stuff. So what happened originally was every house in Brisbane had one of these big choco vines growing on the side fence. But unfortunately, all our mothers in that generation knew how to do was boil the life out of them, and in themselves they've got no real flavour. Now that's not true if you have them baked. They're really quite nice. Ozzie eats them all the time, just baked with a bit of butter. But they suck up everything else's flavour. So I made a creamy choco soup, which was actually, I really liked it. Rosie wasn't as keen as me, but I loved it. So we've harvested just this month alone over 5 kilos of chocos already, which is pretty good. I think I'll probably make over 10 kilos this month on pumpkins. So yeah, they're certainly the big sellers at the moment. The pumpkins, the chocos. Got a lot of silver beet. I was looking at that before. I'll have to make another spanakopita with that. The silver beet and feta pie. Oh, this side's doing quite well. Just wandering out to the south side, the big girl's yard. Plenty of grapefruits on. Nothing I need to worry about particularly, but look, limes. I've got a few little limes that are useful. I've got a kaffir lime I use mostly the leaves of it. We're doing alright with the lemonades. There's a couple of whopping lemons. Bloody hell. That's a fair size lemon. It's not a lot of, oh yeah, there is a few more than I realised. Wow, okay. There's your lemonades. Now we've had quite a few of them already, and there's obviously heaps still on. Oh my God, it's produced 2 figs. Can you believe it? You've survived, you've lived to survive another day, matey. I'm not putting the axe on you. You can see a few weeds in the bottom. I might pull them out now. Let my Rosie know there's 2 more pawpaws there she can pull out and put in her silly pawpaw grove. I'm not so big on pawpaws, but I have to admit she loves them. She loves the red variety. So there you go. Peach must have got a fright because I was threatening to put the axe on it the other day too, but it's throwing a few flowers. So if I was to get, say, 5 or 6 peaches, it'd probably live to survive another day as well. I'm still putting in a heck of a lot of new sweet potato cuttings, and there's a regular potato in there as well. That's an avocado that volunteered to grow there, so I haven't had the heart to pull it out. The dragon fruit's booming still. I'm hoping for flowers on that eventually, which would be wonderful. You can see there's on the bottom there, it's one that I could plant. I think I will put the axe on this finger lime. It's as spiky as it will get out. I don't really like the taste of it as a lime. So he's probably the next one that may well get the axe. I think I put something up here. Hang on, there's actually quite a bit of yak on in there, but hopefully it'll grow back. That's the coffee. The other thing I've now noticed, there's another avocado over in the corner. The other thing I've now noticed is, geez, a lot of this is dry. So I'm going to put the watering system on, let it get some water. See the watering system I use for the pots there. That saves me just going around pot after pot, especially climbing up this stupid ladder. So these are all the plants I don't need to do much to. They can stay up here. That dwarf golden coconut palm. I'm confident now to say that he's out of the building site. I was worried, remember, I was going to kill him. He's looking much better. You can see the new growth. He's looking much happier. So I'm pretty confident that's going to do. I have a lot better life there in that grow bag. That's a Peruvian apple cactus. It's certainly loved the new pot and has tripled in size. Things are quiet out here. It always is in winter, we know that. There's a volunteer mango. I'll give that away to someone. We are getting a few. The tomato vine there's going okay. Kangkong didn't get big enough. I grew that from seed from Uncle Marky, but it didn't quite get big enough. He got hit by possums. So I lost 2. This one's still alive. I'm hoping to get it through winter. You can see I've been out harvesting a lot of those shallots. I just cut them off like that, and you can see already that one's growing back. So it's like never-ending shallots. I threw some seed in. I only got 2, but hey, I'll take the 2. Now this is going absolutely terribly. There's nothing in it except the solo perpetual coriander, which I'm actually left really spiky, A, to annoy the hell out of the rats, and B, because if it goes to seed, I'm hoping I get some more of it pop up in here. So I'd say this is a regular visit from the possums, because as you saw, that was pulled right out. Not much activity from the fish these days. They're barely eating. Really, I only feed them every second day, and then it's not much, and it's in the middle of the day when it's all warmed up. But they're still going all right. For a bit of a laugh, we'll have a look and see if there's any more volunteers in the worm farm. Right, volunteer mango. That's about that. Just what I didn't need was yet another mango. Steel bins have certainly stopped the rats. That thing beside it's a bait station. Yep, I know. I don't like baiting, but it's the only way I can slow the rats down. Little pipsqueak orange is still on. Well, it's not that the pipsqueak is the variety. The orange isn't real big, but it's pretty much a normal size fruit. Pomegranate's one that may well get the axe. I'm trying a different approach. Normally now I'd cut him right back. I'm not going to. I think maybe I've been loving it too much, cutting a lot off, and that's why I didn't get fruit. But if he doesn't produce fruit soon, he'll become mulch. The Feijoa, I quite like it. I didn't originally, but if you know when to eat them, well, you know when they're ripe, they're actually not bad. I'm going to do an awful lot of hard work now and water all those bags up high. So I happen to know that it's run 4, and I think this is really old now. I've got to get a new one of these. And I'll give it 15 minutes, and that's the big girl's yard essentially. So all those grow bags up the top, everything in this yard gets watered. Hard work, isn't it? So run 1 is actually the top up. This comes from the rainwater tanks. Run 1 is the top up for the aquaponics fish tank. Run 2 is the front yard, the front garden. We're not currently using that because Rozzie's working on the garden above, the little low rock retaining wall out the front. Run 3 is the north side veggie patch, and run 4 is this side. The building site, I use town water and just plug the hose that's on a timer straight in. Damn, I just spotted that big boomer. So make that 4 pumpkin. Make that 4 pumpkins, folks. Who'd have thunk it, eh? What I was actually doing was checking that these sprinklers all work properly. You know, occasionally they block up with the ants and stuff. So I thought, I'll just go around and check them, and then spotted there was an extra pumpkin. How good is that? So I love a tree fern. That one's quite a young one. We bought it when we renovated this Japanese garden recently. Quite nice, isn't it? Have a look. I had a volunteer that I'm going to show you. Just popped up out of the ground. You can see now why it's called a tree fern. So what are we? That doorway would be probably 7 foot or 1.8. No, it'll be 7. So that's pretty bloody big, as you can tell. It goes almost completely across the Japanese garden now. Wow. But I was having a look at it from inside, and I've noticed that my volunteer has in fact had babies. It's throwing a pup. So I'll give you a look. Before we do, I'll just show the relative size difference in the new one and that one. It's honestly, it's only about 3 years old. It just started growing. We saw it one day and then boom. You like it too, Benny, do you? That's nice, mate. There, where's my fat finger? There's the baby. It's definitely got a separate trunk, and it's definitely a separate plant. It's a pup. I'm going to be in tree fern paradise. That little low fern there is just a little low fern. I'll see if I can break that up at some stage, because I'd actually like a bit of that around the bases of some of those pots over there. Now those white pots are actually going to get painted the same colour as the rocks. So what do I predict for next month? Well, I think it's going to get colder. Not a lot, but another probably, I think we'll go down to about 8, between 6 and 8 most winter nights. That'll be interesting. And hopefully the days, if I can keep the days up at about 20 degrees, that's beautiful. I'm not going to complain about that. Oh yeah, that didn't get done again. Not to worry. And I haven't done anything about that watering system yet. To be honest with you, I got too distracted by all those rocks. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this month's little video. I've got another one coming up soon that's about pickling olives at home. My son got 1 kilo of olives. So I'm going through the process of video on that as it unfolds. So I'll share that with you partway through the month. All right, well, folks, you have a good one. And hooroo!